Well, hi everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am really glad you're here. Like I said a few days ago in a different video, I'm going to start scheduling my video releases so that they are on a schedule, a set schedule. So Monday, I'm going to be doing the gig economy type videos, and I'm going to call that Making Money Monday. Actually, I don't really like that title. Help me come up with a better title. Give me some suggestions in the comments below. And on Tuesdays, I'm going to be doing the technology videos, and that's going to be Tech Tuesdays. So every Monday, I'll do a gig economy video. Every Tuesday, I will do a technology video. And that way, my subscribers will know when to look for specific videos. And if you don't care about one or the other, you can skip those. Anyways, so that's the plan. Today is a Doordash video. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about base pay. Did it change? I heard that it did. It was already pretty low, so I hope it didn't go any lower. Anyways, let's dig in here. All right, so what is base pay? Well, base pay is the contribution that Doordash gives to the driver for the delivery. Their website says it ranges from $2 to $10 depending on the estimated time, distance, and desirability of the order. Deliveries that require dashers to travel further are expected to take more time and are less popular with dashers will have a higher base pay than others. Now, I don't know that there is rumor that every time a dasher declines an offer, some more money is added to it and then presented to a new dasher. I do not know that that's true, and there's no way to really know for sure because they don't give you the same offer more than once. So you don't know if the amount went up. I kind of think it would have to because some of them are so low, the food would never be delivered. You know, even the top dashers aren't going to do it for $3. So I think they must add some money as more and more people decline it and it becomes less popular, I guess. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, Doordash says that the base pay does not change based on the customer tip amount. So I hope that's true. Basically, base pay is the portion that Doordash pays the driver, and anything over and above that comes from the customer as a tip. So that's why tips are so important. So the Dasher pay model. Right on the top of the Doordash page, it says, we know that dashers like you have a lot of choices, which is why we've created a pay model that is designed to make earnings fair and transparent for every delivery. I almost spit out my drink when I read that. Fair and transparent are the last two words I would use. I'm sorry. That would not how I would describe the pay model, because they still hide tips. You know, you don't know for sure how much you're going to get for that delivery. And they don't tell you if the amount you're getting is all base pay or a tiny bit of base pay and a tip or a tiny bit of base pay and a huge tip. You know, we don't know. There's no transparency there at all. Oh, I don't know. I laughed when I read that. Anyways, lower offers. I have noticed so many more low offers lately. I've seen it on other YouTube videos. People have said that the base pay has been lowered to $1. Oh my gosh, I sure hope not. You know, that would be terrible if they did that. And I don't know that it's true. People have said so, but I haven't been able to find any proof. I have done a bunch of research online. I have not seen that listed anywhere as coming from Doordash that it's down to $1. But if you know that that's true, please put some information down in the comments below so I can go read about it. That would be fantastic. But I will say I can see it being true because I've never seen so many low offers ever. This month, well, now it's February, but January, well, even into February, it's, what's the date today? Today is the 6th. It's been crazy low. Just this past weekend, so this is February, I'd say 75% of the offers I was presented from Doordash were $7 or under. I did not take any of them, obviously, but there were way, way more than there ever has been before. You know, when I first started doing Doordash, back in December of 2020, I guess. It's been about a year, a little over a year. You know, everything was $9, $10, $11, $12. It was fantastic. You know, and then every once in a while you'd get some 8s and some 7s. You know, now I'm getting $3.50, $4.50, you know, $6, just tons and tons of them. And it's not like they're all short distances either. You know, it's $4.50 to go 5 miles. I'm like, who on earth is going to do that? I hope no one. Anyways, so DoorDash is going lowball. You know, if DoorDash does lower the base pay to $1, then the offers will be even worse for Dashers. Tips will be even more important. You know, for $1, oh my God, that's not even worth turning on your car. Dashers need to be able to make enough money to make this whole thing worthwhile. We're independent contractors. We use our own cars, our own gas. We have to do maintenance on our car, registration, insurance, etc. You know, plus the time that we're spending to pick up this food for people. So let's look at how these low offers work. This is one I got yesterday, a real offer that I received. Jersey Mike's, 3 items, 1.9 miles total for $6. I obviously did not take it, but I just kind of want to go through the timing of what it would take to do this order. So before I do that, I would love to ask you to please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much. And if you are one of my subscribers, I appreciate you more than you can know. So thank you. All right. So that was a $6 delivery. So let's say it was a $2 base pay and a $4 tip. I don't know for sure. I didn't take it, but I just got to use that as a scenario. Okay. So 5 minutes to drive to the restaurant. So I got the offer. Let's say I would have accepted it. Get in the car, turn on the car, drive out of the parking lot, you know, wait for traffic to go by so I could turn left onto the street. Then I've got a light to wait for. And then I've got to pull into the restaurant parking lot. Okay, so 5 minutes. And then once I find a parking place, you know, put my mask on, put my keys in my pocket, etc., walk to the restaurant, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to wait for someone to check to see if the order's ready and hand it to you. Well, at Jersey Mike's, if they're busy, it can be 3-4 minutes before they even acknowledge you. And then they've got to look over in the back at the stack of all the bags and see if any's yours, you know, and if it's not ready, you know, which it's never ready at Jersey Mike's, let's be real. You got to wait 5-10 minutes, whatever. So let's just say we waited 5 minutes, okay? And we got the food, 2 minutes to walk back to your car, secure it into the insulated bag, open up navigation, and head to the customer. 5 minutes to drive that 1.9 miles to the customer, you know, leaving the parking lot, getting back onto the street. You've got traffic lights to wait for, etc. You know, 5 minutes is reasonable for 1.9 miles. 2 minutes to find a parking spot, walk up to the house, deliver the food, take the photo, text customer, whatever, and walk back to your car. So this is a total of 23 minutes to do this delivery. And that's with everything going good and only waiting 5 minutes for the food. Okay? So that's a pretty realistic amount of time. This one delivery, if I would have taken it, would have kept me in an area with more restaurants. It delivered in, you know, we're not far from the restaurants. But what if you need to drive 10 minutes back down to where the restaurants are? That's time that you're not being compensated for. So you have to think about that too before you accept an offer. But anyways, we're going to use this 23 minutes. So you spent 23 minutes total and got $6. So that means you could do 2 of those in an hour and you've made $12. Okay, that's crazy. $12 an hour. Now, obviously, I'm in California and we have Prop 22, so they will add some money to you if you are active for the entire hour, but you only get paid for the active time, not for the time you have the app running. So you really won't get $21 an hour unless you're active for that whole hour. And I think it's $21 an hour that I'm not sure. Okay, you know, I'm going to tell you this. I have seen so many different calculations. So I think minimum wage is $15. So I'm not sure where people say this $21 an hour. I don't think that's true. Because I think it is a certain percentage over minimum wage. But everyone has said that it's $21 an hour that you'll get. I don't know that that's true. So that was just a tangent there. I personally have never seen any criteria that lines up to equal $21. And you have to be, like I said, you have to be active that entire hour, which doesn't usually happen. The active time is the time from when you've accepted an offer to the time you deliver it. So you have to be actively on the order for that whole hour. Anyways, okay. What's the solution to this? I've got a solution, multi-app. What is multi-app? You run more than one app at a time. This gives you the most options of deliveries to choose from. It also gives you a backup app or two in case you get deactivated or in case your primary app goes down for some reason. And we all know that DoorDash goes down all the time. It was down Friday night for, I think, 45 minutes. Luckily, I had Grubhub and Uber Eats to fall back on, so it didn't affect me. But if all I was running was DoorDash, I'd be sitting there doing nothing. So when you're doing nothing, you're making no money. So it's really smart to run more than one app at a time. I personally run DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats simultaneously. I don't generally take orders from more than one platform at a time, however. If I take an Uber Eats, then I'll pause the other two apps. And then as I'm delivering the food, I'll turn the other apps back on so that I can get my next delivery. I know a lot of people will stack up 3-4 offers in their car, deliveries, and then they're running like crazy to try to deliver them to everybody. To me, that's just too stressful, and it's a recipe for disaster. You don't need to do that to make good money. I make very good money, and I don't do that. You may be getting lots of DoorDash offers and are not accepting any of them. So just pause it for a while and do Grubhub and Uber Eats. That's a solution too. I keep them all on. I just always have them all running. And it just gives me the most odds of getting a good offer. I use this strategy and another strategy, which I'm going to talk to you in depth about in a couple minutes here, so stay tuned. I consistently make $30 an hour or more. Last night, I think we made close to $50 an hour using this multi-app strategy and the other strategy that I'm going to talk to in a minute. So you can make good money. Yes, I realize I'm very lucky. I live in a good market where there's a lot of orders and a lot of good orders. Not everybody has that situation, and I understand that. So don't use what I'm saying as a benchmark for you. I'm just saying that if you use these strategies, you'll make the most money that you can in your market. I believe that. Now, you might have a better strategy, but listen to what I have to say. It makes sense. So, the food delivery apps want to pay drivers as little as possible. Right now, it's DoorDash that seems to be paying the least, but that doesn't mean the others will not follow suit. Grubhub recently lowered the amount it pays the drivers too. Grubhub used to be fantastic. It used to be my favorite, to be honest, but now they hardly pay anything, and the amount that they suggest that the customers pay in tips is also very low. So now there's a lot of low Grubhub offers that, that I'm not going to waste my time with. They'll give you like $8 to go 15 miles or something. It's like, heck no, I'm not doing that. So anyways, yeah. Uber Eats, I find right now is probably one of the higher paying. I don't know that Uber Eats themselves is paying more, but the customers tend to tip higher, which is good. DoorDash customers tip pretty good too. The percentage of them that, for the offers that I take anyways, not the lowball ones. I understand these food delivery platforms need to make money, and there's no reason why they aren't. They charge the restaurant huge fees to deliver their food. They charge the customers huge fees to get their food delivered, and they pay very little to the delivery driver. You'd think it would be a recipe for success, but as far as I know, none of them are profitable right now. So I'm not sure what's wrong. Anyways, what I just want to say is enjoy it while it lasts. No one knows how long that will be. Meanwhile, come up with a strategy that works for you and stick to it. Don't forget your worth. Once you do, you will lose what you deserve. This is really, really true. Anyways, like I promised, here's the strategy that I have. The strategy works for me in my market, in my situation. But maybe you can use some of these tips to help you make more money. I cherry pick, multi-app, and pretty much only go out during peak times. I don't take anything under $2 a mile. I won't take anything under $9, except for very specific circumstances. Like I may take a lower one if it's picking up from the very same restaurant, if they add a stack to something. If it's picking up at the same restaurant and going to, the same neighborhood, I might take like an $8.50 or something. Or if on my way home and an $8.50 comes up that's dropping off right near my house and it's being picked up at a restaurant that the foods are usually ready, I might take that. But generally, $9 is the minimum. I won't go to restaurants that are habitually slow or rude to drivers. There are a few that just lie to you. They'll say, oh, it's almost ready, it's being bagged up, and 20 minutes later you still don't have the food. Once they lie to me, I don't go back. If I know that they're just going to have that blanket response for everyone and then you're going to sit there forever, I'm not going to waste my time. It's not worth it to me. I didn't list this as a standard, but I also wanted to say that I never go off way down into a neighborhood. I don't want to be 15 minutes away from restaurants. I try to, if I take a further distance, I want to be able to get back quick to where the restaurants are. So they got to be near the freeway or at least be near some other restaurants. But I generally try to take short little hops. I try not to go more than, 3 or 4 miles and just try to stay local. That's my goal. It doesn't always work that way, but that's what I shoot for. I don't deliver to apartment buildings, hospitals, schools, or anywhere else that complicates the drop-off. I want to make this as quick and painless as possible. I want to go in, pick up the food, drive directly to the customer, walk up to their house, drop it off, and leave. I don't want to be wandering around looking for their house. I don't want to be wandering around looking for parking. I don't want to park illegally and have to run and worry about it. I want this as stress-free as possible. Like I said, I don't take deliveries that end way off the beaten path. I need to be able to get back to the restaurant area quick. Unless the money's really good, I just don't take those, deep in the neighborhood type of deliveries that are going to take a long time because it's not worth it. That's my strategy and it works. I wanted to tell you about that strategy because I hope that something I said will change the way you do something in just a little way that'll help you make more money. Because I can't see this whole gig economy, the food delivery anyway, lasting forever. I think we need to make as much money now as we can because I just see it on a downward trend. The pay is getting lower. It's getting just not as much fun as it used to be. It's not as busy, and like I said, the pay is lower. Eventually, it won't even be worthwhile to do. The platforms are trying all sorts of things to make more money, pay drivers less, and charge customers more. I'm enjoying it right now. I still really do, and will drive as long as it makes sense. But as soon as it no longer makes sense for me, then that will be the end for me. You need to determine what that end will be for you. Don't follow it into the ground. Once it becomes not worthwhile, stop doing it. I hope that now, while you are making some money, you also have other income streams and have other ways that you can support yourself if this falls apart. I'm really lucky because I live in a market that supports drivers pretty well here. I also have a great full-time job. I do this for money on the side for extra things. Do stuff around the house, trips or whatever. I'm not using this to survive on, and if this all went away tomorrow, I would be just fine. But not everyone is in that situation, and I want to encourage you to find a backup source of income, whether it's other apps, whether it's selling stuff online, whatever it is. Find something else that you enjoy doing that you can also do alongside this, so that if this went away tomorrow, you could still support yourself. I think it's really, really important to think about your future and not put yourself in a situation that you're going to be destitute if this all if this all falls apart. So that's my advice for you. I hope you take it. I hope that you have other income streams and that this is just one that you're doing right now. But if, like I said, if it went away tomorrow, you'd still be able to make money. So I hope so anyways. So thank you so much for listening to this video. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope that you're healthy, staying safe, and making lots of money. And watch for the next Money Making Monday video next Monday. And like I said, if you had a better name for this, put it down in the comments below. Thank you. See you next time.